All right, welcome back. Going to be putting in the subframe connector. So hopefully this DJI mic is working and I've got it set up right. Because if not, I may just use it to chalk the wheels behind some of these cars. So I'll just do this little one and see what we got. So I haven't even opened this up yet. Straight out of the shipping container. So I don't even know what I really got yet, but we're going to find out together. So what I went with was Global West, I believe it is. Yeah, Global West. The part number is 902, and this is a subframe connector for all these F-body cars. Mine is, let's see, here we go. So what my plan is right now is open this up, see what I've got. Hopefully I've got everything that I'm supposed to have. And then take one, mock it up, just to see how it slides up, fits, if is there anything else I need to do. Trace out on the rear. There we go. I also have to go back and undo what I did before, which is take out the subframe bolts and bushings for the front that I had replaced, because I believe this should come with some. We'll find out when I open this up. All right. Well, so much for that. There we go. Nice and wrapped up. There we go. These are some pretty hefty things. So from what my understanding, my understanding is once these are on, they you can jack the car up on these if you want. So So on this one, it has a, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. So there's a P right here. And that is for passenger. So I'll take that and I'm just going to put this over here for right now. So this one should be the D, the driver. Yep. And so this one, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a D stamped right here. That is for the driver. So let me put that over here. Actually, that's pretty nice looking. Probably could have done without the stickers, but you know, it is what it is. And then what do we got in this little box of goodies? Okay, so remember what I was telling you. Comes with the bolts and the bushings. And they interlock. If you can see this. This one's going to go on the top, this one's on the bottom. They slide together like this, and then the bolt comes up through here. And this piece where the gap's at, inside here will be, let's get you down into the situation at hand. So this is upside down right now, but if you, let me turn it around just so you can get a, it might not even stay that way, just the way it's, okay, see these are upside down. So this is going to be the top. Basically, you're coming in from here, you're going to sandwich them, and in between here and there, that's where the subframe is going to be. All right. And these are the package of bolts that we have that come with it. So let's start there with mocking it up. All right, I really need to get a one of them floor tripod stands, because right now I'm balancing it on itself, which is not a very good thing to do. The camera itself. All right, so it's the driver's side. It's got two pieces, like I was saying. There's an upper and a lower. This one goes up. We'll slide it down in there. And then we'll hold off on putting this one on until we get this. So it's going to be hard to manipulate this maybe, but we'll see. So this goes on top. And then what I did was as I'm sliding this up, I lifted this up so it can slide. So the body mount sandwiches the frame connector and the frame itself. And then the back kind of just sandwiches up there. I'm not putting lock washers and things on it right now just because it's going to come back off. I just need to put this up to take tension and get it in alignment so that the back piece I can scribe and find out exactly where it needs to be so I can prep it and where are we at? Take it back off and prep everything. Okay, come on now. Now this back part is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. All right. Well, actually it's not. What I need to do though, is get something to hold this up while I tighten that down. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to tighten it down right now. I'm going to let it hang like that and get a scribe. And then when I grind the metal in the back so I have some place to weld to. Yeah, probably save me time. Because really what you want to do is, what's more important, let me turn that camera around so you can see what I'm doing on the back side. What's most important is having the front tight is when you weld so it's not sprung. So now, I just take my scribe and I go around this and cut into the same stuff that I just prepped, which is okay. And here I am underneath the car again with no freaking goggles. Okay, well, the only thing I need to do is make sure the back side is scribed. And if the back side is scribed, yep, it's scribed. Yep. So then, what I need to do is take this back off, get the grinding wheel, grind off the parts that need to be welded, because the backside is going to be welded. There we go. And then this has to be ground as well, right where I'm welding. Okay, well, let me get the old stuff out of the way so I don't make a mistake. All right, so I got everything prepped. I sanded along the edges of where I'm going to weld, and then the back side of this as well. And then down here, let me get the lights on. I welded. I sanded where I'm going to weld, and then I put weld through primer over top of it, because inevitably some of it will be below where I weld, and I just want to make sure that it's protected the best from the rust. So I went all the way around after I had mocked it up and scribed it. I followed the scribe, did the same thing on this side. Put weld through primer on it, and then this guy, I got him half under, half out. Same thing on this side. So the next thing I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to let that primer dry just a little bit, and then I'm going to slide them back up like I had showed you. Put the bolts in, snug it up, get everything in place, because right now my subframe is sagging, if you can tell down looking, and it kind of scared me a bit, just how much it sagged, because it's really only pivoting on these two bolts up front. So I put a jack with 4x4 there, just in case it decided it wanted to go a little further. But you can see there's quite a bit of gap there. So what's got to happen is I'm going to put that subframe connector up there, run the bolt up, line everything up with the rear, and I'm going to cinch it up both sides, and that way they're in place, so that when I weld it, the subframe connector is not preloaded in any which way. It's kind of sitting the way it would sit once it's on the ground. My jack stands in the back. They're on the axle, so it's essentially like it's sitting on its tires. It's not on anything that would, you can see both of them are sitting on the axle. All right, let me get down there and start tying up these subframe connectors. All right, got it in and tacked in both sides. This side, it's the driver's side, obviously. That's what I got so far. They come with these plates. I'm debating where to put them in. It just seems to me there's one for each side, but basically what they say is you take the plate, you cap it off here, you grind it, and you make it fit. You kind of bevel it out, and then you make it fit and weld that to the cap. And then you leave the bottom open, I guess, so stuff can roll out. I'll probably end up doing that just because stuff won't get lodged and trapped in there, but then it still allows it to come out. But there we go. Oh, let me get on the other side because I'm facing the light. So what we're looking at is they're all torqued to 120 foot-pounds in the front, and then they're both tied into the back. So essentially they are on. I just need to, like I say, cap off the top of them with that. And what I'll probably end up doing is taking this and then like notching it down like this so it follows the frame rail, and then seat it up, and then whatever's left hanging over I'll slide it off, and then that way you can just weld it here, here, and around, and it will be capped off. One thing that came with the kit that I had an issue with, and so this is the old kit that I had, and I say old, but they're brand new. They're the machine metal, but these came with the subframe connector kit. But when I started to put it in, it was bottoming out and hitting the bottom of my floor pan and leaving a gap. So what I ended up doing is pull them both out and then use the one that came with this kit, and that way it worked fine. But yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So like I said, I got to notch that, put it on there. It's already torqued in the front, so that's good. And then once that's done, the subframe connectors are complete. But they are welded front and back. So on this side, on the back side, and on both sides. So they're not going anywhere. They're there. And then after that, I'll get back under the car and complete and finish up getting the rust and the debris off, and then going over it with rust encapsulator. But like I did previously in the previous video, I had cleaned and prepped the area where those subframe connectors were going to go, because I knew they were going to go up and hide some of the floor, so I didn't want to have to try to worry about getting up there. Those have already been prepped. But alright guys, that's it. It's a short video. I'm not going to bring you back in for this one, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, who knows. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Alright guys, later. Alright guys, I cut these templates out. They're not perfect, but that's alright. They're going to go up against what I was talking about yesterday. I'll show you where it goes. They're going to go in here. Shoot, I ain't got a real good angle, but you see where it's going. They're going right in here, and then I'll end up just trimming. I'll fill in and trim where it, once it gets on, I have extra on the back side, so that's what I'll end up cutting off. But I'm gonna go ahead and weld these in. Get this camera straight. Alright guys, I got it all welded in. Wasn't pretty because of the angles I was having to deal with, but that's what I've got. I got it all welded around. Went across the top, went underneath the bottom. Same thing with this side. Like I said, it wasn't pretty, but we got it all the way around. So that'll be it for, well, you know what? I'm not going to do this on camera. because I'm going to wait until after I'm done the bottom. But I failed to talk about these bolts that were with the kit, and bolts, washers, and nuts. So what they are is, you got to come down here on the frame rail and the connectors. You drill a hole through it, and then you put these through, and it ties it in even tighter than just the body mount bolt. And I'm going to do that. I'm just not going to do it now. I'm going to wait until later, after I'm done the hole underneath of cleaning, scrubbing, and painting, and then I'll do the drill holes in each of the rails and secure that a little tighter. But that's it for now with this one. I ordered some brake lines for this, so hopefully within the next week or so I'll get the brake lines in, and then I'll be done with the, well, I'm hoping to be done with the underneath cleaning, prepping, painting, and then that way I can run my brake lines. I got all brake lines, front, back, well, minus the emergency brake. I didn't buy the emergency brake. I'm holding off on that right now, but I've got all the other lines. Yeah, and they're all stainless steel, so I think the original wasn't stainless steel, but these are all going to be stainless steel lines. So all right guys, thanks a lot for watching. I did get the caps on. Later.